So Trump went commando. For real, for real. I mean, it's crazy the stuff I'm seeing, I'm hearing. And man, you know, leaving the States last year, we were preparing to pivot in July, you know, and that's when, you know, he released his big, beautiful bill. You know, this Iranian war, it comes about, we have the government shutdown, right, for a month and a half in the fall, September to late October. And then we had the Iranian war come about, basically around the holidays. And then it gets worse. It gets worse. Trump says that we're fighting wars. National defense is the only thing we're spending our money on, is the only thing we're prioritizing. Medicaid, Medicare, daycare, climate research and control, health research, other non-defense regimes are all getting cut or going away. What does that mean? You guys will be affected. I will be affected. Every U.S. citizen will be affected. And so guys, like over the last couple of weeks, a couple of months, you know, I've gotten a few comments. I got a few people say, yeah, you know, you're always talking about this. It's not that serious. You know, we're going to do our best thing. You know, we know this, we know that, blah, 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 blah. We don't really want to hear this. And in the other end, I've seen people who've actually left America, left the States. They left. And I'm saying left, like, not like for a vacation. Like, these people didn't attempt to leave the States. They've been out the States for a couple months, up to a couple years. And at least they have the mind to go back, at least, if it didn't happen already. People are actually wanting to, if not going back to America. I mean, if this ain't the most eyes wide shut instance, I don't know what the hell is. He is cutting or getting rid of everything that makes us an American citizen. Everything that makes us a citizen. Just remove America. So go. Yeah, chai. Everything that makes us a citizen, guys. Like, I when I was reading this yesterday, like, I don't know, I get in a deep mind rabbit hole, mind F, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be homeless on the streets begging for money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I hope people see this stuff and they're like, wow, like, this is an actual representation of the community, the environment, the state, the country that I live in. I bring my kids up in. And bruh, you know, it's talks of him attempting to rewrite the system to go for a third term. I mean, he wants to go till he dies at this point, right? And why not? Y'all let him go twice. Why not give him a third shot? But it's crazy. All the stuff that happened within the last year, guys. All of it. All of it. From job cuts, foreclosures, the stuff I just said, right? All of it. Within the 1 year. 1 year. Y'all think I'm dramatic. 1 year, all of this stuff happened. His golden fleet. Bruh is wanting to reconcile any other budgets they have. He's just trying to vacuum any money he has, including the money that's deserving of non-retirees and retirees, including the money that's deserving of people who want and have families, including the money for people who work and put blood, sweat, and tears every second in of the day to make a dollar or to make a penny. Do y'all understand this? And y'all tell me I'm bugging. You know? Sarika. Y'all tell me I'm... God, look, my point is, it is just getting warmed up. All of this happened in a year. The big, beautiful bill, the government shutdown, the Iranian war, Trump. I mean, we have Epstein files and all this other bull crap that just happens all the time, right? Just in our face. But the Department of War is now deemed, I mean, at least he said it. Like, look, you guys look at the clip. He said it at a White House party. I don't care about none of it. He's going to put it back to the local and state legislation. But guys, if he's putting it back to the local and state legislation, that means it was important and imperative for the local and state legislations to bring it up. And he said, we don't got time for that baby shit. Bruh said daycare, that's your kids. Your kids. Bruh said Medicaid, that's your family. That's your spouse. That's your cousin, uncle, aunt, grandpa. Bruh said Medicare, that's our parents. That's our grandparents. Y'all don't, like, are y'all... $73 billion in non-defense regime cutting that's going to affect our day-to-day life. I'm telling y'all think I'm playing. I'm warning y'all think I'm playing. All of this happened in 1 year. All of this is happening in 1 year. He's trying to have 34 to 40 fleets, right? Because he's trying to keep up with China. You know, he's like, we're 15 years ahead of China, Russia, you know, the Soviets. You know, it's China, Russia, Korea, right? It's just the same. That is what the man is worried about. Why? How do y'all live? How would you want to live? I asked my friend this here. I'm like, this is plain in our faces. How do you continue to live in an environment where the President of the United States, the Congress, right, the electoral state, like all these branches of government that affects us every second of the day? How do we already got to deal with property taxes? We already got to deal with insurance. We already got to deal with the wage inflation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and he's telling y'all I'm not doing it. This is the president of this people you voted for. This is, guys, he's been in turn for 7 years. Like, y'all don't understand this? I need someone in the comments to let me know, how does this make sense? I need someone in the comments right now, right where I'm talking. I'm at around 8 minutes and some seconds to let me know, why are you guys still living in the States? I just need to know. I'm asking my friend. I asked him last night. I sent this to him. I sent this to a couple of people, right? I'm just reading this and I'm like, I was thinking about this all day yesterday for the rest of my evening. I'm like, how in the world? Like, I can't imagine being in the States right now. I promise you. I just don't know how. I don't know how I can see this information. It's not only just in our face. We experience all this, negative way of living in the States. We see this, right? I mean, everything's in our face. Everything. But, like, to announce this nationally, Bruh is trying to put $1.15 trillion. Fuck the debt. $1.15 trillion into this golden fleet. That's why I looked it up. I'm like, well, how is he going to fund this? How is he going to fund this? Y'all are worried about taxes or property taxes. He's going to cut your health line. I'm telling you, the daycares y'all send your kids to, the schools, the private schools, these educations, right? It's going to start costing. My wife was already reading to me a couple weeks ago that in Florida, they're charging kids meals to go to school. It doesn't even matter. Like some schools is just you charge at school. That's crazy to me. Y'all really got to understand. I'm telling y'all. And you know, I don't got to tell y'all, but I really feel for the people. Because we just don't like we were eating dinner the other day, Saturday night. And I'm like, I really believe people think America is the world. That the 390 million people in America is the world. That's it. Like there's not other 200 plus countries in the world. That's it. So, you know, it'll be one thing. It'd be like America was the earth. You know what I'm saying? America is earth. That's it. It'll be one thing. And I'm like, damn. But like I said earlier, people have not only escaped or moved abroad. This is I'm talking about people who are here right now, who are there in America right now, and people who are wanting to go back and did go back. That is the mind trickery. That's the mind trickery that the states have. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think I'm playing, man. I'm telling y'all. Because when people want to go back, they want to have relationships. Or they miss their relationships. They miss their parents, their family, right? They start feeling guilty about wanting to live better. You know how sick and psychotic that is? I'm sorry. I'm going to offend people. But I'm trying to understand the logic. It's one thing to stay and not know your options. And then it's one thing to stay and know your options. And then there's one thing to leave because you know your options. And then you want to go back to an environment you deemed was unhealthy. You deemed that there was no progress and longevity there. And you go back because you had someone in your ear tell you, this ain't even Trump ain't calling the 9 million or whatever people, hey, you don't know, you sure you don't want to come back? Trump ain't got to do that. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. Trump got y'all family telling y'all got to come back. Rock this out with us. We miss y'all. I'm telling y'all, look, I'm not a really religious person, but I'm not religious at all, honestly. But I like to take things, bit of excerpts here and there that make sense. If y'all remember the little story in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah, I'm telling y'all, this stuff is real. Stuff is real. It could be anecdotes, but it's real, guys. Y'all remember Sodom and Gomorrah, the story, right? And if y'all don't, I'm going to just sum it up real quick in a minute. You know, Abraham's nephew, and you guys fact check me, Abraham's nephew, Lot was just this gracious visionary, you know, of God, right? He came from that. He's just part of that lineage. He's part of that chosen one lineage, right? He had a wife, a couple kids. Sodom and Gomorrah. Y'all know the story. Y'all should know the story. Sodom and Gomorrah. It's hell on earth, right? Basically, the Canaanites all up in them places. It's just sin, right? And God said, you gotta go. I'm telling y'all, if you want to live, look, don't look at, because it's from the Bible. This is where we gotta start having discernment. I'm not fully in favor of the Bible myself, but there's certain things that we see today. It's just true. God told that man, if you want to live, you have to leave. He didn't say you have to kill yourself. So before I go a little bit further, think, just pair it to today. There was things telling y'all got to leave America. Even if y'all got family, there's things telling y'all got to leave America and don't look back. Lots like, look, I believe in God. God's taking me through. Lot has lived in Sodom and Gomorrah and lived through it, right? He prospered as much as he can, but God said, no, I'm going to destroy this place. You got to go. And so he listened, but his wife didn't follow him. And you know what's crazy? What's crazy is the Bible keep telling us about how these women don't want to listen, That's a whole nother thing. I just thought about it, just another time shift where, you had Eve, and then you have Lot's wife. I can't remember her name. Sarah. I can't remember her name. Maybe her name wasn't said. But you had Lot's wife. He's going to destroy it. Destroy the city, the state, the environment. Do not look back. Like, don't look back. And this is his wife. This ain't a stranger. This ain't neighbors. The man is holding her hand, figuratively. Him and the kids is going forward, and the wife looks back. So take out the sex. It doesn't matter if it's woman or male. I just want y'all to understand that, there's discernment. People got gut intuition. It could be finances. It could just be like an emotional feeling. Whatever is telling you guys to leave an environment where it's killing you and don't look back, maybe you should listen. It's right there. So this is why I said, and obviously, she turned to she died, right? She died. Could be anecdote, right? There's no proof of this, but she died. She didn't listen. So my point is, there are mental strongholds, there are spiritual strongholds that the American system, the American part of the matrix, is beguiling us in. It is, I'm telling y'all, it is contorting our steps and our minds, even when we're away from the States, even when we're away from it. So I'm not talking to people just in the States. Y'all are going to keep feeling it more because it's happening right there. But I'm talking to people who want or who feel the need to go back. And I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, there is another 199 plus country. I don't understand. I need it to make sense. Because I don't care about money. Now, I'm not going to say I'm just going to be homeless and be begging locals, right? I'm talking about people who have left the States and went somewhere else and is attempting to, but it's seeming to struggle. I'm not telling people, figure that shit, just don't make no money. Like, I want y'all to understand. I mean, everything has to be strategic and everything has to make sense, especially if you have a family. Unfortunately, if you have a family. But I tell my wife this and everybody this all the time. If I want change, I'm going to change it. I stand on it. If I'm tired of something, I'm not an indecisive person. So that's for one thing. If I'm tired of something, I'm tired of it. That's it. Like, I can't. What is the point? I'm not looking for an experience or an escape. I just want to live. Like, if I'm not suicidal, I want to live. So there are people who are not physically suicidal, but they're putting themselves and or their family in suicidal type situation. Like, how do you read an article like that saying we're going to cut funding for Medicare and Medicaid? You know that them programs are already shit. We're going to cut health research further. This is the cancers that you keep getting at 20 and 30. Like, we're going to cut all this because we want to build ships. We want to build war. We want to put a dominant, superior, tyrannical fear in other countries instead of looking for peace. I'm off of it. That's why I never voted, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. We are culprits of our own society. When we're buying in or we're not looking to do nothing, we're culprits. I'm telling y'all. Because y'all let this man have 2 terms. And he may end up having a 3rd one, or at least be in the back pocket of the next president. Because it's not just the president, it's higher up. It's a matrix, guys. This stuff is real. Stuff is real. It's real. It's real. I'm not looking for y'all to end this video and pack your things and leave tomorrow. I'm not necessarily saying that, I'm just really surprised that there really isn't too much anarchy going on yet. Too much revolting, because I couldn't, there's no way I can read something like that and then go to work. There's no way I can take my daughter to daycare still, because she was going to daycare last year, and then go to work after reading that. But the problem is, it's not affecting us right now. That's what we think. That's what we think. I'm telling y'all. I hope y'all hear the passion, because y'all deserve to live. We deserve to live. I told y'all, I said this before, like I said, certain excerpts from the Bible. We should have dominion over this earth. It's beautiful out here. It's beautiful. And we're living sinfully. We're living wrong. We're living under puppeteer control by higher up beings that may not even exist. Like, look, man, that may not even be human. Yo, look, man. Y'all think this is a game. I'm telling y'all think this is a game. I'm saying. I sent this to my friends. I sent this to my wife's parents. I sent this to a friend I met out here. I sent this to another couple who's coming out here. I can't read that stuff and not share it. That's what I'm doing here too. Like, I can't listen to something. I can't listen to a leader who is going to affect the livelihood of my family friends still in the States. There are people struggling. There are people that if they don't get a check this week, they're done. You're already living circumstantial. And I hope people just start seeing this for themselves. Because all the shit I listed in the last 9 to 10 months is only the beginning. That's it. It's just getting warmed up. They are testing everything. Everything. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dark. I'm telling y'all, man. Look. In the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to have to get a citizenship somewhere else. I can't rely on a U.S. passport. Look, this is the stuff. I'm going to be 100 with y'all. In the next 5 to 10 years, my wife and my family will have to get a citizenship somewhere else. We will have to be dual citizens until the U.S. falls. I just have to say it. There is something telling me, it's not just what I'm seeing. Like, guys, this stuff is deep seated. It is corrupt. I hope y'all are making preparations and y'all understand y'all options, because everything has changed in the last 9 to 10 months. I haven't been out the States in just a year yet. I haven't made a year just yet. I'm almost there. And things have escalated already. So I need y'all to understand that. I keep going on and on about this. But it's just, he said it. He said it. There's people that's going to agree. People that's not going to agree. But if he gets the just difference in legislation and voting, sanctimonials, whatever you want to call it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's done. It's done. The 9 million people who left America within the last 1.5 to 2 years, it's going to increase. And if you guys are looking to leave, you got to do it quick. Got to do it quick. Look, I'm not saying I'm prophesying or nothing. I just feel something in my system. There's a reason why I just upped and left. I was making 120 grand. Me and my wife were about to touch 200,000 this year, and it haven't increased. I just want y'all to understand this. I'm 30 years old, and we were going to touch 200,000 this year. We were going to get into properties. We bought 2 homes. It was very hard to do this. Now we bust our ass and we work a lot. I work a lot. My health became at risk because I was working a lot. I really want y'all to hear what I'm trying to tell y'all. If I was able to survive, at least mentally, and obviously physically, in the next 8 to 10 years, me and my wife would probably be touching $400,000 to $500,000 a year. That would put us, with inflation to match it, top 2%, maybe top 3, globally in income. That's a lot of money. Like, I would be able to retire still early. If you're talking from a financial standpoint, everything else would be deteriorating. I don't even know if my relationships, including my marriage, including my kids, will still be upheld because of the strongholds of America, even though we're making $500,000 a year. I need y'all to really understand what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to tell y'all. I can't wait. It's not in me to wait for something to happen. I got to see it before it happens. I'm about prevention. It's not precaution. It's preventing. It's preventing. I know it's going to happen, so let me take myself out of it. It's plain as day, guys. It truly is. I hope this is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for me, and I'm going to keep monitoring the situation because, like I said in a couple videos ago, it's going to start. People, it's going to blow up. Some of the riots that were happening around the state or around the country a couple years ago. This was pre-COVID, right? Guys, a lot of shit happened in the last 10 years. Y'all not. Only 10 years. It's only 10 years. A lot of stuff happened. That stuff is going to happen. That stuff is going to happen. You know why? Because these CEOs, I'm telling y'all, hedge fund owners, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, the manipulators and the partners of these Wall Street, runners and executives, they're all connected to the government. So why am I saying that? Like, it's there. The stuff we watch on TV, everybody's connected. It's 4 or 5 families doing it. It's 4 to 5 families who don't look like me is doing this stuff to y'all. They're going to kill you. They're going to take you out from an economical standpoint. They're not going to just come and shoot you. They're going to take away your livelihood, strip you of your job. They may keep you on the job and tell you to go back to work. Well, that's already happening. Control. They may keep you on the job and tell you you're not getting paid. Well, that's already happening. We can't match inflation. Then they're going to take away your job, and that's already happening. The workforce is getting cut. All these jobs are losing 10 to 25% of their employees. All of them. That's millions of people. They're going to take away your house because they're going to take away your job. The house that you've been striving for. They're going to kill us every way. They're already pumping us with food. I'm telling y'all. I'm saying, I think I'm crazy. I think I'm radical. They're killing us. America's killing you. America is trying to be an island. America is trying to be a vindictive, sinister Bermuda where the rich is bunkered up and we're chilling there. If you're not worth, 10 to 50 million and you don't have somebody next to you, I'm not even talking about our black entertainers. If you're not up there, and I may be conservative, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're finished. It's done. Pride comes before a fall. Guys, it's going to fall. I'm telling y'all. Like me or not. Sub or not. I don't care. I mean, now I'm just talking. Sub or not. But it's going to happen. He don't care about y'all. He just said it. He's done. And he didn't talk about just black people. Black Americans. He don't care about anybody who's not with the Department of Defense, who's not with the Pentagon. Like, what? That's crazy. I've never heard. I've never heard anything like this before, and I never thought I actually would. I didn't think, and here we are. And I'm barely 30 years old. I'm not. It's not like I'm 60, 70 hearing this. I have kids who aren't even 10. Y'all gotta understand how this is just, it's not even a seed in the ground yet. It's bad. I hope y'all keep maneuvering, man. I really hope y'all have a plan. You know, I'm out the States and I'm still figuring it out. I'm still looking, I gotta look at all my options. I wanna live. I wanna live. These people are vampires. These people are, are evil, man. I'm trying to escape the evil. I hope y'all do too. I just, I do. Peace. See y'all later.